is. So how would you take that from that spark, yeah? Like when you guys are there in that spark to now, what would you say the current state of R&B is?
I love the scene. I do love the scene. I think there's more variety now. However, I feel like so the UK scene is beautiful, right? I think there is variety. We've got it's female heavy at the moment.
So sorry.
And I love the women. I really do. And I'm happy for the moment because they deserve the moment. They deserve that space. And it's a space that has been held for a long time without them in it. And I love seeing it. But I miss the guys. I really do. Like, I miss the guys. Who have we got? Elmine.
Was this UK specific?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you class O'Deal?
No.
You wouldn't put O'Deal on the...
Not
they're
in
running
R&B.
with it, though. They're running with it.
They
as
are.
like a...
But you know, I think that's industry. I think that's... Okay, where do you place a guy that's fluid like that?
Yeah.
And can do it? Or you put him in R&B. But O'Deal's, he's quite fluid. He's a bit like... Where would you play Shaka?
Okay. That's the voice I miss, man. That is also...
Right,
voice
but he gets shoved into R&B.
Fine.
But he's quite fluid. He draws from his cultural experiences and that London experience, right? Which makes our R&B so authentic and so different from American R&B because we've got all of the cultures. We've got the African culture and the Caribbean culture and that London culture and that Black British culture. It makes our R&B just different. It's a different flavour.
A true reflection of everything we've been through and everything we experienced, which is different to the US experience. So I'm going to play a little clip from the Joe Budden pod because they also spoke about the UK versus US.
Oh,
They're like, we can talk about our opinions on it and what we feel like. Because there was something that they said in that podcast and I was kind of like, what do you mean by that? What do you But I'll let you listen.
US R&B is getting our ass kicked by the UK artists.
By UK, right?
Right now, if you go listen back to everything that they're doing, it almost sounds like our brand of music, what we did here, is now the import from them.
Of course.
Like they literally going back and stylizing everything that we used to do and getting it off because it look unique on them.
Smoking shit.
But when we do it, it just be like, all right, cool.
I think they are more appreciative of our artists. So they studying R&B greats, whereas now we doing this microwave shit. They over there studying our greats. Yo,
Sasha Keeble and all
Sasha and them not playing.
What? They not playing.
It's a bunch of them. It's a bunch of them. They killing shit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Thoughts?
All right, so I'm definitely gonna upset the American audience, but I think America's so big they don't care about the UK in the way that that life happens, right? So for America, it's just America. Some of those comments, we've already been doing that. We've been doing that for years. We've been doing this for years.
Imagination, poetry, Oma,
right.
Shalama.
It's nothing new.
Right.
It's nothing new. It's only now that they care or they've had enough of what they've had at home, and now the rice at home isn't good enough, so now they want to go out and do a takeaway. So I think that's what it is, because like you said, you named like 5 of them who've been doing that for years, back to the 80s. We've been doing it and yes, I think we have to give America their props because that sound of R&B is birthed from them, from their struggle, from gospel, from jazz, from all of that, gave them R&B, and it's part of our experience as Black British people, and we've put our own spin on it, and we have been doing it for years. So what he's saying is like, we've been doing this like 30, 40 years deep.
This is the thing. That's why when I listened to it, there's a part and I was just kind of like, I don't like how that landed.
Yeah.
I don't like how that sits within me because it's kind of like, it gives little brother sees older brother doing something and it's like, oh, I want to do it too. Like, we're just tagging along. We're just like, oh, you're doing it, so I want to do it too. But it has been something that the UK has helped to shape. We spoke
100%.
about like what D'Angelo did to birth
100%.
the term neo soul, and who were the pioneers on that. You can't not say Floetry and
Exactly
Omar
that.
when we're talking about
exactly
like,
that.
neo soul.
We're the same. We're the same. It's like we're in the same coin. We're just different sides. We have the same experiences to a degree.
Yeah.
They're just over the pond and we're over here, but we're all the same. We're from the same essence. And I think that's what Americans sometimes forget, that the world is bigger than just America. Like, we are all from the same spaces. So we have our expressions of that space, and it's not all just American, if that makes sense.
Having said that, though, facts, we are actually smacking them at the R&B game.
we are
smacking them up.
We are.
So,
But it's about time. It's about time because we have been for years. I think now labels care because, especially in the UK, I guess because they see now that there is financial gain for R&B. There has always been an audience, but now the audience are a bit louder, and so it feels mainstream. They show up. Not yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Like, I have a bone to pick. Like, we were talking about this a little bit earlier, but I feel like half the problem, particularly when you're speaking about, UK R&B is dead. UK R&B is dead. It's because as a consumer, we aren't doing the work.
Facts.
We're not looking for a new UK R&B artist. If you're saying, there's no artist that sings like, I don't know, Kehlani, I'm sure there is. You just haven't gone to go look for
100%.
her. And you're not showing up to her concerts.
100%.
And I'll use the Brits as a mad example, So the Brits have, the way they award stuff and the way you can get nominated is you have to be on the charts, the top 100. Not going to be on the charts if people aren't buying your thing, are you? Like, it's just not going to happen. So it's like a wheel. It's just a constant wheel of, well, you're not pulling the support in, so they're not going to put money into you. So then you're never going to get people getting to these big shows of yours. And it's back and forth. It's just back and forth.
But then when we do show up, like, for instance, when Shay did a headline show, sold out. When Jazz Karis did a headline show, sold out. Jack James, sold out.
K1.
Bella.
How many dates is K1 going to do before we're satisfied?
This is what I'm saying. It's like, it's there, and you're right about our support. And sometimes it's the home crowd support sometimes that let us down. Is they don't see the value in us because we come from there. And sometimes you need to be elsewhere for them to... Exactly.
You need to be...
that's right.
Close,
right.
but not close enough.
Right.
I feel like we've got a problem with over familiarity as well over here.
Because
it's like, okay, there's an artist, I love you, I can see you down the road like, in ends. And then so I feel like you're not really a celebrity to that degree, so I don't have to respect your thing like that. And I think that's our problem. We're just too over familiar.
Yeah.
Don't even want to show love to anyone and say, hey, your stuff slaps.
Literally, when you put it on like a playlist next to someone else, there's no difference. There's like you said, K1 sits in a playlist with Kehlani, or Jazz Karis sits in a playlist with Kehlani. It's like there's no difference. There is no difference at all.
That is very, very true. And even in the US side of things, though, how do you think they are dealing with R&B? Like, what's the state over there? Because that whole conversation started, I'm guessing, because it's like R&B is coming back. It kind of feels like R&B now is where the focus is, and that's where the lens is. So it's like, who's killing it over there? Who's really holding that down?
So I think America in the R&B crisis. I feel like you know what it's like? You know, like when they were killing track and field for a while, yeah? And then the Jamaicans came over like, nah, this is how you actually run. Like, this is how you do relay. Yeah. I feel like that's what happened with R&B over there. And I think some of it is down to how people used to collaborate. So there was this R&B hip hop big collaboration. So you would find R&B artists on hip hop tunes and hip hop artists on R&B tunes for years. Mm-hmm. And that it kept the genres going because they always were reintroducing each other to different audiences. What happened was somewhere along the line, hip hop stopped caring about R&B and they went off, and that became the main focus. And then here's the kicker, what I think happened, right? Is they realized, well, actually, sometimes people just want to sing. They just don't want words every 16 bars, that's all that they're hearing. And then rappers started replacing singers
with melodic rap.
Yes. And then that became the thing. And then singers started mimicking rappers who were mimicking them. So singers stopped singing. And then
it feels like a matrix that you're just like, nobody wants to do the
And then
thing
it just
anymore.
became this churn where people that were making music really didn't love or understand it anymore. And so it just became this, I just quickly just want to make a buck.
Hey, let me ask, what era are you referring to? Because I have eras in my head.
So I think we've just slightly come out of that.
Is it?
Yeah, I think we have. Not for America, for sure. I think they had a struggle with it.
Yeah.
And I think people like Lucky Day and her, Kehlani, started leading the charge of okay, let's get back to what R&B should feel like, because sounds is different, right? R&B changes every decade, right? It goes through transitions, but what it should feel like, they've gotten back to that. So I think they're coming out of the crisis, but they were in a crisis, man.
They said it was rough.
It was rough. While we were slowly building and still being true to our thing. And I think that's why they've latched on to what makes us so special, is because we just kept going. We kept going. We weren't ever in the mainstream.
Yeah.
But we kept going.
We kept building and going.